us to an European showdown. No one saw coming. The two clubs stepped in history, drowning in inconsistency. Now face off on this grand stage in Bilbao. This is the battle of the consistent, inconsistent duo. Manchester United, currently 16th in the Premier League, have stumbled their way here with the kind of chaos only they can deliver. Tottenham Hotspur, just a step below in 17th, are flirted with relegation, but tonight the flirt with immortality. The first ever winners of this competition, Tottenham Hotspur, are desperate to lift it once more over 50 years on. Forget the league table, forget the turmoil, because tonight one of these falling giants rises again. This isn't just a final, it's a plot twist only football can write. Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur in Bilbao under the lights of the iconic Estadio San Mamés. Let the beautiful game begins on tonight, and now it's a warm welcome to Premier Sports Fan Center for the live commentary coverage of the UEFA Europa League Final 2024-2025 season. My name is Adeyem Shegun, and I'll be your host for what promises to be a night of drama, defiances, and destiny. But I'm not alone in the studio to do justice to this commentary and watch along for the next 90 minutes or beyond, which might extend into 30 minutes of extra time and possibly penalty shootout should we not get a winner on the 90 minutes. The Doc is also present in the studio. Good evening, the Doc.
Good evening, Shegun, and good evening, viewers. So glad to be here tonight, and I think this is going to be. I hope it's going to be a wonderful experience. It's the Europa Finals for 2024-2025 football, and right now we have United facing Tottenham, and as my host has already introduced, these are failures in their Premiership positions. They really failed on their league table, sitting on 16th and 17th position, which is just next to relegation. And in fact, this is a record failure for United since 1991 or 1992, thereabout. And they are in the finals of Europa. What an irony. So we expect to see a good match. Hopefully, the fight of the week, and hopefully the week will entertain us tonight.
Okay, let's which of those weaker side will entertain us here. It should be entertaining football, looking at the way Tottenham Hotspur manager, talking about Postly Aztecoglu, the way he puts his boys. He's never scared of playing attacking football. And also Ruben Amorim on the side of Manchester United is also an attacking minded manager, though the goals might be hard to come by for him at his club. But let's see if we are going to be getting a goal feast tonight in the Europa League final. Who is going to replace Atlanta as the champions of the Europa League, which is the second of FIDU competition in Europe, just after the UEFA Champions League? And tonight, one of them, Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur, will be booking a spot into the UEFA Champions League through the back doors. Who is it going to be tonight? Is it the 16th place Manchester United or the 17th place Tottenham Hotspur? The boys are on the pitch, ready to go out against each other for the first 45 minutes in this encounter. It's a filled stadium, field capacity right there, and the stadium is so energetic and electric there. And let's see how the boys goes for the next 90 minutes. But we have to talk about how these two sides gets to the final. But let's start with Manchester United. For United, it's been a season of turbulence on and off the pitch, manager uncertainty, inconsistent performance, injuries, and tactical confusion. Yet somehow they found a way to show up in Europe. This final is not just a chance for trophy; it's a shot of redemption for Manchester United and Ruben Amorim. We saw the dramas, from moving from Eric Ten Hag to Ruben Amorim. So Manchester United fans has argued that yes, that's change during the course of the season is one of the reasons why they find themselves in this turmoil.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, because it seems ETH had a better hold on the team before Amorim came. Possibly Amorim confused the team and tried setting up a new pattern, which this group of players can play. And they have consistently, because it's unlike United to not win in 6 consecutive matches. No win at all, just 1 draw and about 5 losses. And that's really sad, Kind of United we had before Amorim will still win, lose, thereabout. Out of 36 league matches, they could possibly have won 15 or 16, and then maybe lose like 10, 11. But here, they lost 18 matches and won only 10 matches.
why they've been poor when it comes to the league, matches. They've actually played out on a beaten run in the Europa League down to the final, winning 10 and playing out or draw 5 times,
I think draw 5 times, winning
and
how
they
many?
won 10.
10 matches. Well, I think for them, they possibly had a lucky run, playing teams that weren't looking at their jugular, weren't able to get their Achilles point, or they were just lucky because the performance on the home terrain and even in FA or Carabao didn't actually signify qualify. They were match worthy for this kind of event, Europa finals. But they possibly had a good run and they had a lucky run, and they're here. So it's not something. In fact it's something that is amazing to the football world. Most of the football analysts I know all over the world are absolutely, I mean, odd. They are just surprised. Everybody's like, what happened? Tottenham and United in the finals of Europa. This is supposed to be the second stage of elite football in Europe, and here are the 16th and 17th who didn't make any particular performance, any particular interesting thing in their local leagues and in their local cups. So how did they get here? So it's a surprise to the whole world, but somehow I don't know. We're all stunned.
Yeah, we are all stunned from the chaos to chances Manchester United and Tottenham HOTSPUR taking to get themselves into Bilbao's final of the Europa League. And talking about Tottenham HOTSPUR, it's a short at history. Tottenham HOTSPUR, the first ever winners of the competition back in 1972, haven't lifted the European trophy in over half a century. Despite flirting with relegation in the league, they've been ruthless in Europe and disciplined and dangerous and daring. This is more than the final, and it's looking like a legacy defining moment for Tottenham Hotspur should they win this Europa League.
Yeah, I think it will actually be a worthy impetus for Tottenham Hotspur to come out tops here, get something. They haven't won any trophy in 17 years, and they haven't got this trophy or anything in Europe for 70 years thereabout. So this will be a very good impetus for them. It will be an encouragement for the whole team, boardroom as well as the dressing room, and it will raise their hope also if they qualify for Champions League via this means of signing in, great players, top players, and top coaches into their team. So
Your eyes will be on Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United, and also on the side of Tottenham Hotspur. There's no their talisman tonight. Talking about Heung-min Son, he was only good enough to be on the bench, so all eyes will be on the top man striker Dominic Solanke for Tottenham Hotspur tonight. This isn't just about silverware; it's about pride, it's about European respect, and for both sides, it's potentially the only bright spot in an otherwise forgettable domestic season for these two sides. So it has kick-started already in Bilbao, and that game is already in the 5th minute, and it's Manchester United who has a corner kick. And talking about the talisman, the captain himself, Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese midfielder, will be swinging in this corner kick for Manchester United in the 5th minute of this encounter. Manchester United are done in their own attire, talking about the red and the black shots in this one, while Tottenham Hotspur are playing an all-white lily jersey in this encounter. Manchester United coming out brightest in the early stages of this encounter, creating chances against Tottenham Hotspur. Here might just be a chance for Manchester United with this beat for the first goal, and into the box. There's still Ahmad in possession of the ball, but took a weakened deflection of his Manchester United teammate, and the Tottenham Hotspur will be breaking out right now, and they're soaking the pressure, but Manchester United are taking the pressure to them in the early stages of this encounter. Mason Mount with the ball there. That is a player who is used to winning them trophies when he was at Chelsea, won the UEFA Champions League, and was a pivotal part of that Chelsea side and won the UEFA Champions League. But Manchester United, injuries have not really let them see that talent in that young man. Luke Shaw with the ball there for Manchester United. The England left back returning back into the heart of defense, where he finds Harry Maguire, who at a point was almost being pushed out of the doors of Manchester United. But fortunately for him, he forced himself back into being one of the most important players for Manchester United. We are straight into the 6th minute. Vicario almost dashing out Manchester United. They go earlier on there, but Watchalong couldn't get a good touch on that. But because that was one of the biggest chances for Manchester United early in this game, which I expect the captain there, Bruno Fernandes, to be taking a shot as early as possible. Tottenham Hotspur still trying to find their feet in this encounter. Manchester United hoping to capitalize on their good form coming into the early stages of this game. The 6th minute, and it's a free kick to Manchester United, and that was the Bissouma, sorry, the Mali midfielder there, who brought down Casemiro in the middle of the park. So it's a free kick to Manchester United. All the dog, we've seen 7 minutes of action, and it looks like, yes, Manchester United are coming out like a house on fire.
Yeah, well, Manchester United, well, based on the for the culture tradition, they should actually believe they have more stake or a better hold on this trophy than Tottenham. For a very good reason. In 2021 or 22, they won the Europa League, and so they actually believe
I
they're
think
the
2021, they
favorites.
lost 2021 to Villarreal. They
And
won around 20.
okay, the one in
17
2017
or 16, yeah.
was
Jose Mourinho
I
was
think
the
it was
manager.
Frankfurt. I am mistaken. Frankfurt won it in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, so United has got it like 8 years ago. They believe they can do it again, and United, for their culture, tradition, they're one of the biggest clubs in Europe. They are one of the most profitable clubs in Europe. In spite of their dipping forms, they are still top 5 in terms of revenue earning in Europe. When you take out Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, the next club you're going to pick is Manchester United in terms of resourcefulness and revenue earning. So the United team is actually the favorite here. But a lot of people are against them winning the trophy. I've talked to a lot of people. In fact, I listened to so many analysts and commentators on radio and TV, and they will prefer Tottenham to get it and let them have something to take home and be proud for so long. We haven't seen Tottenham handle any trophy in over 2 decades or so.
Okay, talking about Manchester United, the last time they won the Europa League was the 2016-17 season under the legendary Jose Mourinho. And back to the goalkeeper, Andre Onana for Manchester United, holds on to that and finds out the young enterprising Lenny Euro there. Euro comes forward with the ball for Manchester United, but chose to go back to his goalkeeper, Andre Onana, who has been known for his inconsistency in the Manchester United goal post this season. Looking at the Tottenham Hotspur starting 11 is Vicario, who is the goalkeeper, Poro at the right back, Romero is the standing captain for this normal captain. Sorry, talking about him, who is on the bench. Mark van der Veen is the spear in the heart of Tottenham defense, and at left back we have Udoji. In middle of the park we have Bissouma pairing with Bentancur, while up front is Brazilians Richard Lisson, Pepe Metasa, and Brand Johnson. White, a Loma striker, and an English man up front, Dominic Solanke for Tottenham Hotspur. It was to look like a 4-2-3-1 formation for Tottenham Hotspur. Here might just be a first chance for Tottenham Hotspur, but easily defended there by Manchester United, Mazauri. So it's going to be a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur right there in the 9th minute. And also talking about Manchester United starting 11, it's a 3-4-2-1 formation for Manchester United. Andre Onana is the goalkeeper. A back three of Lenny Euro, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw. In the middle of the park, we have Mazauri, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, and Patrick Dogu. Up front, Amad Diallo, Mason Mount, and the Loma striker, Rashmond Ojlund. Ojlund hasn't really have a bright season for Manchester United, but when it comes to the Europa League, yes, it looks he has been prolific for Manchester United. The top scorer in the Europa League is Bruno Fernandes, who is captain in Manchester United tonight. But we have Tottenham Hotspur corner kick right there in the 10th minute, and they'll be looking to create a real force straight in with this corner kick. Will this be going in? Tottenham Hotspur with the corner kick straight into the path of Richard Lisson, but Adriana with a save and there onto that. But Tottenham Hotspur will reload and hoping to send a cross into the box, but that is a low block, low cross easily blocked there by Manchester United. Tottenham back in possession, returns it back into the path of his teammate there, and they'll look to attack against Manchester United. But it was actually brought down there. The referee says that is going to be a free kick. A call against Amad Diallo for that touch on Udoji, the Italian defender right there, and it's going to be a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. 11 minutes. We've not really seen fireworks from these two sides in the early stages of this game.
Oh, well, let's just hope that we don't get to wait for all the 90 minutes looking for the fireworks. The last thing we want to see is them taking this into extra time, because it will be so boring as anything. Just hope they can wake up and one or two of them can put something in the net, give the fans something to sing about, to be joyous about. give the viewers something to thrill about and raise the suspense level for this game. I think a
There's a
penalty
chance for
is coming
Tottenham
here.
Hotspur with a brilliant transfer first goal, but it's not going to the back of the
Oh,
net. Manchester United will block their lane and not allow that power, that shot to penetrate through them there. And Tottenham
oops.
Hotspur still threatening Manchester United. Referee says that is a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur, and it was a Casemiro, I guess his Brazil teammate Richard Listen there. Talking about that chance, just missed by Tottenham Hotspur. We would have expected them doing better there. Look at the way they got themselves. Oh, that was a Mazauri against Richard Listen. Richard Listen, we know to have a lot of injuries records since joining Tottenham Hotspur. This was one rare opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur. We would have a beautiful, beautiful, fantastic save there from Andrew Onana, and the follow-up shot from Tottenham Hotspur was actually deflected by a Manchester United player in the box. And this is what you get in the final of a football competition. You don't give your opponent these chances because you don't really know how they will make good use of it. But Tottenham has just wasted their own chance right there, and it's a corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur right there. Oh, free kick, sorry, in the 12th minute of this encounter. And standing on this free kick is the player spotted the jersey number 23 for Tottenham Hotspur right there. Brent Johnson is standing on that. What would they be making out of this? Would this be a good chance for them to score the first goal? I really love how if that was Yumin Son taking that free kick, and that was easily deflected off by a Tottenham player, and a follow-up shot there from the Tottenham Hotspur midfielder again. But this time around, it's easily deflected by a Manchester United player there. It's going to be a corner kick, and you can see Andre Nana, dishing out instruction, looking frustrated, talking to his players. How do you allow, what's it called, Richarlison to turn around there freely in the box and to have a shot at goal? But, thankfully, there was the captain there, Bruno Fernandes, who took a touch on that and sends it out for a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur in the 30th minute. And gradually, Tottenham Hotspur are coming into this game right now. It's the third corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur in the opening 13 minutes of this encounter. The referee having a word right there with the Tottenham midfielder, Pepe Matassa, and the Manchester United defender. It's going to be a corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur right there in the 14th minute. We're waiting for the in-swinger to see what Tottenham makes out of this corner kick. Straight into the box there without elude everybody. Manchester United cleared their line through the tall and gaggling Harry Maguire there. It's still Tottenham in possession, but referee spotted an infringement right there and says there's going to be a free kick to Manchester United right there in the 14th minute. In the opening 10 minutes, it was a Manchester United coming all out like a house on fire, but it seems like the tide has changed right now, and it's Tottenham who are taking the pressure to Manchester United.
Yeah. So because they're equally matched actually, so we expect a fourth and back and fourth and back. Personally, I'm not expecting something fantastic, creativity, lacing passes, designing runs. But not much of that is expected in this from these two sides because they haven't shown precedents of that in the whole season. However, because it's a final and there's something big at stake, one will expect both of them to come out and put in their best, put in the last stage energy and see what they can get from here. Both of them want to win this trophy, and both of them are going to challenge for it.
Okay, referee last place to continue. Says that was a fair challenge on the Manchester United defender there. Manchester United back in possession. Harry Maguire with the ball there, switches wing and finds Mazauri on the ball there. The Morocco international cuts inward with the ball and Chelsea returning back and finds the younger Lenny Yoro. The France international finds Harry Maguire. Maguire straight onto the left wing where he finds Luke Shaw, who just returned from injury, but experience is needed in this final, and that is one thing he offers Manchester United coming into this final. Manchester United breaking out. Lenny Yoro looks inward into the midfield and finds his teammate here, Casemiro, with a switch off pass there, finds Patrick Dogu on the ball there, looks to send an in-swinger, easily blocked there by Poro, and it's going to be a throw-in to Manchester United. We've seen the first 15 minutes, first quarter of an hour of football played already at the Bilbao Stadium here in Spain. It's a field capacity stadium. Everybody are out here to have fun and hoping to see that these two sides, unexpectedly or just come out with the fun tonight. Though we know where they form in the league, we just hope to see a lot of goals tonight in this encounter.
Yeah, so maybe not lots of goals. We just expect to see some goals. These are not high-scoring sides. If you want to be honest with yourself, and we just expect to see some goals. Let's even enjoy the football. String 5-6 passes together, not just from goalpost to goalpost, and then corner kick to corner kick. And this is what we're getting. This is exactly what was envisaged pushing or pushing down just to try and get something into the net without
Yes,
a particular game plan.
Yes, Manchester United looking to break the deadlock. What a chance there from Manchester United.
I actually thought that went in.
I was actually thinking that has gone into the back of the net. Amad Diallo with a shot there, but that won't threaten the goalkeeper. Vicario in goal post for Tottenham Hotspur. What a chance for Manchester United. Vicario giving out that to Manchester United. Amad Diallo with a shot there, but whisked off the goal post, just inches of the goal post of the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper. That flashes across the goal post, but there was nobody, no Manchester United player arrival to tap that into the back of the net. So as it stands right now, it's still 0-0 between these two sides, and we're straight into the 17th minute of this encounter. Still nothing to show off between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur in the early stages of this game. Vicario with the goal kick takes the long one into the Manchester United half of the pitch, and easily gotten onto that. It's Tottenham Hotspur in possession, looking to initiate an attack. Manchester United regains possession, and straight off there is Amad Diallo, easily cut off there by Bissouma, who won back the possession. The Mali international will win Tottenham Hotspur a throw-in right there in the 17th minute. So it's Tottenham Hotspur with a throw-in against Manchester United. Dominic Solanke has to come back in deep into the midfield to do some defending, some older play for Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur with a throw-in. Manchester United regains possession back right there, and the long one trying to play in Watchalong there, but Tottenham Hotspur will regain possession. Pepe Matassa in the ball there, sends the long one straight into the path of the striker, and here's Dominic Solanke coming forward with the ball there, drops it onto the winger, finds Richarlison. The Brazilian sends it cross into the box there. Tottenham Hotspur comes to take good advantage of that, and Manchester United will clear their lines, and there's a throw into Tottenham right there in the 18th minute, and gradually the Tottenham players are coming to this party. Good cross there from Richarlison, destined out of the feet of Pepe Matassa, but the Manchester United midfielder, that looks like, yes, that was shot there, yes, was there to deflect that off the feet of the of Pepe Matassa there, and it's going to be a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham seek that throw in as quick as possible and looks to initiate an attack, but Manchester United just won that back, and it's advantage Manchester United because he won himself a throw in right there in the 19th minute of this encounter. It was Destiny Udogie who tried to get one into the box, but the captain was there. Okay, he had a hand on the captain, so it's going to be advantage Manchester United will start play. Manchester United will clear the ball off their own defense, but unfortunately it was half cleared, and it's going to be a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. You ask yourself, what was Lenny Euro thinking of there? Giving the ball back into the enemy's territory. And yes, Tottenham Hotspur back in possession. Referee says there was an infringement on the Tottenham player there, so it's going to be a free kick to Tottenham in the 19th minute of this encounter, and we're waiting for that to be taken by Tottenham Hotspur in this game. Yes, it's still 0-0 between both sides in this encounter, and it's looking like it's not really looking like a final. It's looking more like a Premier League game between these two sides. We know how slow it can, the pace can be when you have the 18th and 17th and 16th team facing off against each other tonight. Manchester United are the only side still unbeaten across the UEFA Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League this season. They've played 14, they've won 9, they've drawn 5, and that looks like a surprising start for Manchester United coming into this final. Just like the dog reels out their statistics in the Premier League, is not really looking like what you'd expect. At age 19 and 189 days, Lenny Euro is the second youngest player to start for Manchester United in a major European final, behind them Brian Kidd on his 19th birthday in the 1968 European League final, and that is a lot of responsibilities on the shoulder of Lenny Euro at the age of 19. Manchester United will come out forward now. Amad Diallo on the ball there for United in the 20th minute of this game, and we are gradually, the clock is fast ticking in this one, and we are so much expecting the first goal. I don't know if I'm the only one who is really expecting a goal from either of the sides.
I think you're the only one expecting a goal here, because should any of them even score, it will just be by chance, because none of them is really creating enough chances. They're not getting the pass, and you can't even find the tactics. Sometimes United takes the ball to Amad Diallo. Diallo tries to make 1 or 2 runs, and then is cut off from the ball almost ASAP, and then it comes through Luke Shaw again, get it only as far as what's it called again, Nacho, and then
No,
the
the
ball
Nacho
is
not starting.
okay.
It's Missy Mount that is there.
Mason Mount, only as far as Mount there, and then the ball is lost again, and they play longish one again. Now it comes back to Dogu. Dogu will try and cross, and it will possibly be deflected or lost or something, and then you start all over again. There's no particular flow, no flair, nothing is happening. Just try and get the ball to the opponent's half. Try and cross, and let's find something. That's what they're doing, and it's so ugly. It's so itchy to the eyes, and unfortunately, that's what we have to face this Europa. It's unfortunate.
One goal is actually going to spark this game up in this account. 9 of Manchester United 22 victories in the 2024-2025 season have come in the UEFA Europa League. Amongst them, English top flight team. Only West Ham in 2022-2023 have won a higher percentage of their games in major European competition in a season where they won 12 out of 17. And also tonight, UEFA Europa League showpiece is the first European final competed between teams who both finished outside the top 10 in their leagues. And let's see how they go about it. Yes, they are not really giving us that bite you want from two tough teams. Though it's a final, and you expect both teams to be conscious of each other, going at each other. It's still the early stages of this game. I'm very sure they're still trying, to size and understand themselves on the pitch. But let's see gradually if this game, come to life in this encounter between Manchester United and Tottenham HOTSPUR, because it's looking like the dog here in the studio has really given up hope about Manchester United.
Just like we said earlier, and just like somebody said, what do you expect from these teams? What do you expect from United? Something like this happened last season. Bayer Leverkusen never lost any match before the Europa Final. Of course, what happened at the final? Atalanta defeated them by 3-0. And that was the match that made Mola Lukman the hero. That was possibly the match that gave him all the accolades he won, including the African Best Player of the Year. So United has not lost anything in the Europa so far. They only played draws.
Came to that final unbeaten. Finally lost 3-0 in the final.
They were not unbeaten. I mean, they were not beaten in the league as well as Europe.
Yes.
About 40-something matches unbeaten, and that final was just their Waterloo. 3-0. All scored by Ademola Lookman.
So the unbeaten doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't really matter. It's just the final. This is the final. Anybody can take it. And here, I think the Tottenham boys are more. They are hungrier than the United fans players. They are more aggressive here. They charge more. They are putting in a lot more strength into this. You can see their pressure. Whenever a United player holds the ball, the Tots actually surround them with so much pressure, and United can't control the midfield. And I don't know. Maybe something can happen soon, but my hope is by second half, let's just hope they score a goal.
Okay, so we're straight into the 24th minute of what has been an interesting tie between Tottenham HOTSPUR and Manchester United. Yes, from our studios of Premier Sport Fan Center. You can be a part of this conversation by dropping your message in a live chat and tell us what you feel about this game between Manchester United and Tottenham, and also tell us where you are watching us from around the world. And don't forget to also subscribe to our platform, talking about Premier Sport Fan Center on YouTube, and be a part of this family. It's going to be a throw into Manchester United right there in the 25th minute and 25 minutes of this encounter.
We're just witnessing we're witnessing throw-ins and corner kicks and set pieces and stoppages everywhere. There is no flow to this game. Can FIFA or UEFA just decide that, look, let's just give one of them something, let's give them half or something, that's just by the way anyway. But I think Tottenham is making good moves right now.
Says place to continue. Says that was a fair challenge. And looking at the statistics in this encounter, unfortunately, it looks like it's Manchester United who has been the better side according to statistics. 67% of the ball to Manchester United and just 33% to Tottenham HOTSPUR in the early stages of this encounter. 2 total shots for Tottenham, 3 total shots for Manchester United. 1 shot on target for Manchester United in the opening 24 minutes, while 0 shot on target for Tottenham HOTSPUR in the early stages of this encounter. Who is going to get the first goal? We are straight into the 25th minute, which is almost halfway into the first half of this encounter. Still, just 1 shot on target shows how tight-fitted and how defensive concentrated these two sides have been in the early stages of this encounter.
Or how ineffective both sides have been.
Yeah.
Because if they're not effective, how can they get shots at goal? Man United will play Chelsea for a whole first half. There was no shot at goal. 45 minutes on either side. Come on, I hope they don't do that here. Come on.
Okay, we just wait. We just hope for a better football experience and football experience tonight in this Europa League final. And talking about the last one, Atlanta against Bayern Leverkusen, it was an interesting game right from the first
From the start to the
90th
end
minute of that encounter.
Yeah, because Leverkusen was attacking all the time, and I think it was just the prowess of individual match winners like Demola Lookman. And Rotegui, who could have pulled such for them, because they were just, two of them were solo chances. He made runs and then took a shot. They were not like created chances, because Leverkusen was actually the favorite to pick up that tournament, that trophy. They already won their Bundesliga as of that time. They had the Bundesliga in hand. They already had the German Polka Cup already, so they wanted the treble to be completed with Europa, and Atlanta will come in and Demola Lookman will foil that for them, but it was a very interesting, extremely interesting match, very challenging till the last blow of the whistle. It was so pensive, you could actually feel the tension, you could cut it with a knife, but come on, here we can't see anything happening here. Everybody's just strolling around looking like they're buying for time, waiting for penalty kicks or something. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're not definitely looking for goals.
All right, there's still a lot of time to play in this encounter. We still have close to 1 hour of football to play this game. Tottenham HOTSPUR will cross into the box there, but there's nobody to get onto that. And you ask yourself, what was Dogo thinking of there?
No, that was just the best thing he could do. There. That was the best thing he could do at the time, because you never know who is sneaking behind you.
He had nobody behind him.
No, but somebody could be sneaking. You take a look at him. He's facing the net.
The goalkeeper was in better position. You could see him. Yes, there was communication between him and the goalkeeper beforehand there.
No, but that's the best thing to do. Safety first. Don't take chances. Now, do you remember the last match between Real Madrid and which club did they play again? The last match
was it Sevilla?
Sevilla. When Madrid scored at 95 minutes. Madrid scored in 95th minute goal.
That was the game before Sevilla.
Yeah, I think that was Mallorca.
Yeah.
Mallorca was playing a draw with Madrid. It was 2-2, 95th minute, and the defender was just controlling the ball, waiting for the keeper to pick it. Then the new guy that Madrid just brought in, very enthusiastic guy. Wasn't Oselo, he's a very new guy. They just put in a leg from nowhere, and the ball was in the net. It was just collecting the ball for the keeper to pick, just like this guy. He could have held the ball for the goalkeeper, but somebody might just sneak behind you and put it in your net. Then you have yourself to blame for it. So safety first in all situations, and then you can fight for how to defend your corner kick.
You can hear that from the dog. It's safety first before defending or before attacking. All right, it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. We are straight into the 29th minute of this encounter. Still no fireworks. It's still looking like a dragging game between these two sides in this encounter. Both used to be powerful teams in the EPL, but fortunately, this is the new reality of Manchester United and Tottenham HOTSPUR. Right there in the 29th minute of almost half an hour of football played already. Still no goal, but just one shot on target to show off in this encounter. Shows how frustrating these two sides can be in this encounter. Manchester United, Amad Diallo approaches on the box of Tottenham HOTSPUR, dribbles on in and out there, sends across, but still the same reports, still the same results being gotten. It's going to be a throw into Manchester United. They approach the box, but the finishing touch has really been a problem there. Good one from Amad Diallo there. Takes Destiny Udoji in and out of him there and sends an inviting cross into the box. But unfortunately, there was no Manchester United player to get onto that. And Tottenham HOTSPUR clears their lines there before it got onto the part of Rashford Watchalong. So it's going to be a corner kick. Is it corner kick or throwing? Looks like it's going to be a throwing to Manchester United. Looks like, yes, this is one of those injuries Tottenham HOTSPUR want to see tonight. Christian Romero is currently down. I just hope he'll be able to continue this encounter.
Yeah, I think if you asked me for opinions here, Amado Diallo has really been the most dangerous guy on United side. We haven't even seen much from their talisman.
I think Bruno Fernandes is playing more of a deep role tonight.
He's playing deeper.
He's playing deeper than
so
expected.
If he's playing deeper, it means they're more defensive conscious. That means they are running two levers, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. And so who's going to take the ball up front? Mason Mount alone cannot run the whole field across, because you have Patrick downstairs, and you'll have Amadou Diallo upstairs. And so what do you expect
I
to
think
get?
probably to me, I would have
Then
preferred.
the attack is not sharp. So it's
probably-
just Diallo we're seeing there.
Probably I would have preferred what's it called, Alejandro Garnacho starting this game ahead of
I don't know whatever is going on in Amorim said. I don't know if Ruben doesn't want to win this trophy, but Garnacho should not be a sub for this kind of match. You can keep Hodgland on the bench. Who cares? Let him rot there. He doesn't perform at, I don't know.
There's no striker. There's no striker on the bench.
But
That is one problem
come
for them.
on, Garnacho
Joshua
is
Zexi
actually
also back.
always a threat when they are going forward. Why would you keep Garnacho on the bench? He's not injured.
All right, straight into the 30th minute, which means we've seen half an hour of football played at Bilbao, and it's still 0-0 between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. That was wasted effort there from Manchester United, as that threatens nobody. And you can see the frustration on the face of the Manchester United manager, Ruben Amorim, is there. Looking at that frustration from that cross being pulled out there by Amad Diallo. It looks like dribbling might be his strongest weapon, but looks like crosses might just also be his weakest weapon in this encounter. We've seen 32 minutes of action, still 0-0 between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, and just one shot on target to report in this encounter. Let's just hope that the next 15 minutes or the last 15 minutes of the first half will bring more lightning into this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur there with a goal kick. Vicario with it, takes a long one, sends it straight into the Manchester United half. Tottenham Hotspur will hold on to that. Good order play there from Richarlison. Tries to dribble his way in, lost possession, but Udogie will regain that for Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be a throw into Tottenham, as Bruno Fernandes did a lot of defending there for Manchester United. So it's a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham back in possession. Udogie going through the byline there. That should be a free kick to Tottenham. Referee allows place to continue, since that was a fair challenge on the Italian defender there. Manchester United in possession. Udogie currently down on the turf, looking injured. Let's just hope to see if the Italy international will be able to continue this encounter. Manchester United are not interested in fair play. They allow play to continue, but as fate we have it, Dogo couldn't control that and rolls out for a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Let's see that again. Looks like that there was clash of the news there.
That should have been called. That should have been a foul with a card.
Yes, that looks intentional from
that was an intentional knee, an intentional knee to the thigh. This guy's quadriceps are possibly bulging right now because he was running, and this guy puts a knee to it. He might not even be able to continue in the next few minutes for that game, because what he will get is a smash, a knock on his muscle, direct muscle, and the referees didn't even call it. VAR didn't even call it. What kind of officiating is going on right now in Europe? The same similar things happen in Champions League. The memory is still very fresh between Barcelona and Inter Milan. I hope they don't go and do such officiating in the finals. Because if you go and do such officiating in the UEFA Champions League final, that will be injustice to football. Honestly, look at it. Look at it. That's should I say, like 2 matches strengthening kind of injury, and nobody even called it. Not even a foul, not even a card. We just continue. That's absolutely unfair.
We'll be seeing a lot of errors in this encounter. Possession is gradually growing on the side of Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United being reduced right now to 58% of ball possession. Tottenham Hotspur seeing 42% of ball possession. And total shot is 2-2 on the side of each other, but just one shot on target to show off in this game. Corner kicks, we've seen 6 corner kicks in the early stages of this game. 4 to Tottenham, 2 to Manchester United. 7 total fouls committed by Tottenham Hotspur and 3 by Manchester United. And looks like, yes, Amad Diallo might be getting himself a yellow card very soon. Seems he was one was one in that tackle. Let's see what the referee is actually calling for right there. Is it a Tottenham player? Okay, yes.
It was a United player, Tottenham player. I think that was Richarlison.
Yeah, Richarlison.
He had the ball, and then Amad Diallo marked him. And even after releasing the ball, he still kicked him. So.
It's a yellow card there, the first yellow card. We have the first yellow card in this game.
We should have had like 4
has picked that up for Manchester United. It looks like emotions are finally flaring in this encounter. It looks like there's a motive to get Destiny Udogie out of this game, because we saw the first tackle there from Lucas. It was also Udogie there. It was Bruno Fernandes also going into Udogie this time around.
Exactly. I think Udogie has been the most threatening player on the Tottenham side. playing from the left back and running the wings. He has made quite a number of dribbles. He has made quite some passes and score plays in this game. And look at that dribble he made, and it was infringed on, and the referee didn't even blow a whistle for an advantage to Tottenham Hotspur. And Udoji here is challenging again, using on all fronts, and we're still not getting much support from the officials. And this game will not actually be fair if he continues to run unfairly like this in the officiating.
Yes, it's going to be a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur right there, after Udoji was actually brought down there by the top Manchester United player there. Let's see what Tottenham Hotspur makes out of this corner kick situation. Will this be a chance, a free kick situation, sorry. Will this be a chance for a first goal for Tottenham in this account? Manchester United still hanging on in this one. We're straight into the 39th minute of this account, and there's still no goal to show off in this account. Looks like, yes, like the doc predicted, the first half might be ending 0-0 between these two sides.
So we're just like 2 or 3 minutes to the end of the first half, and it looks like it's not much of rocket science, really. It's not much of a rocket science. This game actually had very little expectation. If you look at the XG predictions too, it's actually very low for this match. So not much is expected.
Still very much, there's still a lot to see in this first half between these two sides. Straight into the 37th minute of this account, approaching the 38th minute. Still 0-0 between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. Still nothing to show off between these two sides in this account. Ball possession, Manchester United currently back in the lead, way beyond what Tottenham Hotspur can imagine in this account. 61% of the ball to Manchester United, while 39% of the ball possession to Tottenham Hotspur in this account. Total shot for Manchester United is 3, and total shot for Tottenham Hotspur is 2 in this account. But when you look at it, yes, where it matters most is the shot on target. Just one shot on target in the whole of 38 minutes in this account, and just that shot on target was for Manchester United in the early stages of this account. Tottenham Hotspur still finding it hard to break through the Manchester United defense and get something meaningful in this account. A lot of injuries worries for Tottenham Hotspur, and you look at the kind of players who are out of this game. Lucas Bagvali, a player who would have started this account. Redu Drogusin would have started also. Fraser Foster, a goalkeeper, is out. We also have Anthony Kiski, who is also a Dejan Kuliverski, another player who I think might have started for Tottenham if he was available. James Madison also out injured. Sergio Roguilion out injured. And then Scarlett is out. Timo Werner is also out. And we also have Mickey Moore out of this account. For Manchester United, it's just 2 players out, and 2 players who might have also started for Manchester United, the lead, and Lisandro Martinez, who is out for the whole of the season. Also, don't forget that, yes, Manchester United has Joshua Zizi, who is back in this game for Manchester United. Yes, we all thought he would be out for the whole season. Well, he made a quick recovery for Manchester United, and he is on the bench for this final. So as it looks like right now, Watchalong is not really doing anything in this account. Just the same typical Watchalong we've seen all season for Manchester United. Probably in some part of the second half, we'll be seeing Joshua Zizi also come into this tie for Manchester United and probably bring something different from what we're seeing from Watchalong.
I think United will bring in Garnacho, Zegzi. Those are sure bankers to come in for replacements, because right now nobody is driving the attack per se except Amadou Diallo. And Bruno Fernandes, just like you observed, is more restricted in his holding role, so he's doing more of a deep player.
That's Udoji being brought down again.
Udoji has always been brought down. Okay. United is trying to do all things to make sure Udoji does not get near the United area, and I don't know how long they're going to do that, because except for the unfortunate events that happened that led to Kulusevski getting injured, they will have had 2 major threats, because Kulusevski is going to attack from the right. If you look at the Tottenham play right now, they don't have any right winger coming in. There's nobody putting pressure on them except from the left, and that's Udoji, and then Richarlison from that side. So Richarlison can be raising the pressure, and you expect him also to be the striker and score. So they are deficient. If Kulusevski had been in this game right now, it would have been easier for them because there will be two options and the United defense will be more on their toes, trying to defend on both sides rather than just facing Udogie on the on the right wing and taking him out. So if I was Postecoglou, I'm expected to bring in a right winger or somebody with pace who can run the right flank. Even if you have to draft in Son into that position, I don't know why Son is not in this game.
Okay, yeah, Son is currently on the bench. We're hoping to see him come back into this encounter. And this is the fourth time Tottenham and Manchester United are playing off on this season in the EPL. They've defeated Manchester United 3 times already this season. In the Premier League, they defeated Manchester United 1-0. In the Carabao Cup, they defeated Manchester United 4-3. And in the first leg of the EPL, also defeated Manchester United 3-0 at Old Trafford. But tonight, both sides find themselves on the neutral ground. So who is going to get this victory? We are straight into the 42nd minute, and it's still the same story for Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. Both going up against each other, but looking toothless at the front of goal in this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur finding themselves in a rare opportunity, a rare position, which is the Manchester United box. A chance for Tottenham, and straight.
Oh my God!
What a goal!
That's a goal! Tottenham!
And it's Brian Johnson who has just broken the deadlock.
Beautiful
we just
goal.
Want to see Via will allow this to stand.
Oh, it's better.
Andre Onana has just considered the first goal in this encounter.
Beautiful.
Out of nowhere, when I was just talking about Tottenham Hotspur finding themselves in a rear position in the box.
They've actually been knocking on the door
into the back
from
of
that
the net.
side. Still the same left wing. If you look at their gameplay, they've been playing from the left wing and they've been attacking from there, sending in a cross and then looking for a finish. The finish has been evading them because Maguire and his team have been ensuring they don't get the final touch on the ball. But this time around, I think Johnson found a way to get in there. Let's
see that go again. Hope that goal stands for Tottenham Hotspur, because we have VR to review goals in the EPL.
Beautiful goal.
He was almost going to the floor there, and he still picked himself back up to put that into the back of there. You can see how the ball came back to him. Oh, I think he didn't even get the final touch.
I think it was even it should be an own goal.
Let's see that again. Looks like there was an armball there.
It was a hand of Shaw.
Hand of Luke Shaw there. Sends that into the back of the net.
Hand of Shaw.
There was nothing Andre Onana could do to stop that from going into the back of the net. But Tottenham Hotspur would take that and an opening goal in the first half of this encounter.
So thank you very much.
Let's see what that will be, giving out to. Will it be Brian Johnson's goal or will it be an own goal scored by Luke Shaw for Manchester United?
I'm going to put my money on Luke Shaw own goal.
Alright, so it's the 43rd minute of this encounter. It's Tottenham Hotspur who have managed and find a way to break the back of the net in this encounter. And it's 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur leads in this encounter. It's going to be a free kick to Manchester United and possibly a red yellow card there to Richard Leeson. But looks like
I think it was just
him out.
Was a 50-50 contest. I shouldn't. There's no need for a card there. Was a 50-50 contest, and
I think he cleared the leg.
It didn't show the boots. It didn't show any stud.
Yeah, and the goal has been conceded to Luke Shaw.
Yeah, Luke Shaw will get the goal. Thank you very much. Tottenham will say thank you for giving us the own goal. And now United is going to come out and attack more, because this is where United has been this entire season. They come back and they get goals. And they actually get their best when they're behind. They've done that several times in this season.
Tottenham Hotspur, I say that thrive when their opponent attacks against them, because they play free flow football. Attacking against on the counter.
And that's going to make the game interesting.
They want to have Manchester United.
So viewers are going to enjoy this game now going forward.
So we're
but I see they have ending like this.
44th minute of the first half is still Manchester United, who are currently down in this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur 1 up and courtesy that own goal, unfortunate own goal scored by Luke Shaw for Tottenham Hotspur. What a way to start this encounter. We're straight into the 45th minute, just the final minute of first half of regulation time. We'll be seeing how much minutes will be added by the fourth official in this encounter. Out of nowhere, Tottenham Hotspur got the first goal.
And United is knocking on the door right now. Pressing hard and pushing hard, attacking from the same right wing through Diallo. Amadou Diallo has just made a cross, which didn't go through. Now United has to build again. Ball comes back to Amadou Diallo. And it goes back to Yero. Yero will send it back to Maguire. Maguire will return the ball to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw will look for Patrick, and let's see what Patrick does with the ball. Gives it back to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw will give it back to Onana. Let's hope Onana will not drop new stickers. We haven't seen his stickers for a while.
Okay, yes, so Manchester United will break out from the back. Lenny Euro returns back to Andre Onana, who has finally conceded a goal in this encounter. Typical Andre Onana. Let's see how much minutes will be added there by the fourth official at the end of the first half. In this one, we are straight into at the time. And it's Manchester United. It's 5 minutes or 2 minutes additional time there by the fourth official. Luke Shaw will be feeling himself feeling undone there because he has had I think a bit above average performance in this encounter, and unfortunately he had to concede that own goal for Tottenham.
It was actually a deflection.
Yeah,
he didn't have anything to do about. It
was even the goalkeeper.
It was even his hand. No, the goalkeeper had no chance at all. It was a deflection of his hand. So he couldn't contend that it was not, because if you say, okay, it's my hand, then it's a foul. So at any rate, United lost in that. So it was an unfortunate position for Luke Shaw to be, and it was a good thing, a win for Tottenham, an advantage for them, which they might take into the halftime. And let's see how United reacts to that.
Yeah, free kick for Manchester United, taken straight by the captain there, Bruno Fernandes, easily deflected onto the part of Amad Diallo. A cross into the box for Manchester United and easily deflected also out by Tottenham Hotspur. Amad Diallo back in possession, sends a leg one into the box. That will threaten Vicario in goal post for Tottenham Hotspur. And Vicario is not in a rush, and he will be looking to marshal his team into an halftime lead in the second half against Manchester United.
Now, what do you think will be going?
That was a well-deserved lead taken by Tottenham Hotspur?
Yeah, like I suggested earlier, either of them could take the lead. They've balanced out, really. And Tottenham has been a little bit more fussy on their attack. They've been a little bit, they've looked more likely to score. Here they go again. They've been, they've actually been more likely to score. They've had, they've been more threatening in the attack. So yes, it was well deserved. And the United also scoring will be well deserved because they actually match out in terms of performance.
Okay, looking at what's he called, Rashmond Hojlund, really disappointing first half for him. 3 accurate passes out of 3 in this first half. We've just seen him with just 3 accurate passes in this game, and talks about why Manchester United are struggling at the front in this encounter. And it's the break here at the Estadio Sam Menez Stadium. It's Tottenham Hotspur who takes a slender 1-0 lead into the dressing room, but the goal didn't come from one of their own. It's a crucial twist for Manchester United as Luke Shaw, under pressure, inadvertently turned the ball into his own net in the 42nd minute. It has been a cagey, nervy first half, scrappy at times, tense throughout. Manchester United have had moments going forward, but Spurs have looked the more composed of the two, especially in transition. The goal may not have been pretty, but in a final like this, that's they all count. It's advantage Tottenham Hotspur, but with this two unpredicted side, this is alpha. This is so much far from over between these two sides in this encounter. We've seen the first 45 minutes. Yes, it has been a cagey affair, no doubt, between these two sides.
Absolutely. It's in fact, it's even more interesting now that Tottenham scored first, because since the goal of Tottenham, you could see more vigor being added to United, and you can actually see the push. I think Bruno Fernandes is going to push forward more now. He's not going to sit back and play more of defensive football. And that will make it more interesting. It's been more interesting in the last 5 minutes since the goal came. I think the goal came in at 39th minute or so.
42nd minute.
Okay, 42nd. So the last 5 minutes to the end of the game has been more interesting than put together the last 40 minutes.
Now my question is, yes, if Tottenham Hotspur can hang on for 42 minutes, and played out this against Manchester United, is it possible they also hang on for the next 45 minutes of the second half?
Absolutely, it's possible.
Manchester United are going to come out to attack against them.
Absolutely, it's possible. And just as you observed, Tottenham Hotspur actually does better when they are counter-attacking. And they still have Son on the bench. Son is wonderful with counter-attacks. And they have players who can Sholanke is there. They have Richarlison. These players are clinical when it comes to counter. And that's what we're going to be getting in second half, because you're going to see a Maguire. Harry will go forward to try and get a goal for United. At every cross or every set piece, Harry wants to be there to nod in. So that's going to leave only Euro or possibly Luke Shaw at the back, which makes them vulnerable.
Okay, before the break, I was talking about Rashford Ojlund, the standing nine for Manchester United. Disappointing first half from him. Just 8 touches in this first half for
Well,
a striker.
the statistics have actually shown that Hotland had a good season in the Europa. But that's the only place where he had a good season. If you look at every other competitions United entered for, Hotland did not have any good season. In the Premiership, he didn't score up to 5 goals in 38 matches or 37 matches for a top striker. And that is so poor. Bruno Fernandes has been the man of the match in several of their games. Bruno Fernandes has been the player of the month for United, player of the year for United, 1, 2, 3 years in a row. And I read this morning that Bruno Fernandes was charging his teammates that he doesn't want to continue to be the player of the year, that they need to step up. Diallo should step up, Garnacho should step up, Hotland should step up. These are younger players than Bruno. And you're charged with the task of scoring, yet Bruno has to score more goals than a Hotland or a Garnacho. Oh, that is a shame on Hotland. And that was supposed to be the Eric Haaland version of the Man City. I mean, when
There's a funny name because I saw some names, on Twitter. Unfortunately, they said Abba made Haaland.
Abba made Haaland. That should be the China Haaland. A lot of respect for Chinese, but come on, I don't know.
Let's talk about the first half analysis. How do you assess that first half from both teams? How did either of the sides really take control of the game in the opening 45 minutes?
Well, both of them have just played the best they could, and I think Tottenham had been more decisive in front. They've been more threatening in the penalty area of United. United have made other attempts to get in. You can see Amadu Diallo a couple of times cutting in and dribbling into the 18-yard, getting into the dangerous points. But the last touch, the final ball, has not been coming from him. When it crosses, it's either too heavy or too light. And then when he's supposed to cross, he either wants to take a goal, a shot at goal himself, or wants to dribble into the 6-yard box, and he loses the ball. So Amadu Diallo has been the best on United side. If United has performed, it's Diallo. Bruno Fernandes has been more in the depth, but neither of them have really controlled the game.
Okay, yes, there's no way we'll talk about the first half. We'll talk about that unfortunate own goal scored by Luke Shaw. How much of that was pressure from Tottenham Hotspur, and how much was that bad luck for Luke Shaw in the first half? He hasn't really looked down, I think express on the side, because it hasn't really let him down after considering that.
Yeah, well, look, Shaw is an experienced player, and every experienced defender understands that their own goal does not take anything from you, because if you didn't defend, they will still score. So you were just there to try and defend, and then unfortunately the ball went in. It's not going to affect Luke Shaw in terms of performance in any way, but it's going to stir up the whole team to do more. The whole team wants to equalize now. It's not a neutral position anymore. But let's not take anything from Tottenham Hotspur. They put pressure on the defense. It was a cross, a very dangerous cross. Any touch on that ball will either send it in or narrowly miss the net. So you had 2 whiteys in that region. About 4 defenders were there, and the white guys were faster. Of course, they were attacking. They were facing the net. So it's easier for you when you are facing the opponent's net. Okay, so when a square play is coming or a cross is coming, it's easier for you to tap it into the net than for the defenders to save it.
Okay,
So the defenders are actually in a dilemma. If you touch it the first time, you may score an own goal for the opponent. If you don't touch it, the opponent may score. So you're just trying to block and save it from going in. So Johnson went there. Johnson took a dig at the ball, but instead of the ball flying back, hit the arm of Luke Shaw, who was following him. So that's an unfortunate position, but it was based on pressure.
Yeah, it was based on pressure for Tottenham Hotspur. As if Tottenham Hotspur will be, applying more pressure in the second half. That is the goal on our screen there, and you can see that just like you were saying. Yes, I think he took a good touch from Brian Johnson. Actually confused the Manchester United defender. But to me, I think Andre Nana should be doing better there.
Andre Nana stood no chance. He was going for the ball. The ball was coming.
No, he was rooted there. He was rooted to the floor there, right there.
Yes, that's where he should be. He was at
I don't think he was
at the center of the pitch. And when
and he got down onto that.
No, when Johnson touched the ball was going in another direction before Luke Shaw redirected it. So Onana couldn't do much. The ball was going to the left. Onana was poised to either go forward and pick it. Watch his body language again. Did you see him?
Yeah.
So it was a deflection which dribbles, beats every goalkeeper. And when it's at less than 1 meter from the keeper, it's even more dangerous. So you can't put anything on Onana in that position.
Okay, yes, let's talk about Tottenham HOTSPUR right now. Have Tottenham actually looked like a team with a clear plan in this final, or they are just benefiting from Manchester United mistake in this from what we've seen in the first 45 minutes?
I think both of them are just same of the same. They are equally matched. There's no better team here right now.
Okay, and on the Manchester United side, where has it gone wrong in this final third? Are they lacking ideas and confidence, or both, or are they confused at the front of goal?
Now the United team, Watchalong leading the pack, is not the right person. His confidence has been diminished over the months. And in as much as he scored goals, I think he has 3 or 4 goals in Europa. Still doesn't take it away from him that all eyes are on him. He came in with so much expectation. The whole team is looking up to him, and he hasn't delivered. So confidence is low. And then look at their left flank. They're using Patrick on the left, who is supposed to be a midfielder, score playing or crossing. He's supposed to be a defender.
They're playing him as a fullback.
But now but Luke Shaw is still behind him.
Yeah, no fullback. They're playing a back three. A back three of Lenny Euro, Maguire, and what's it called? Luke Shaw. They are playing flat three.
Okay, so he's supposed to be a wing back.
Mazzori and Dogu are the fullbacks for Manchester United in the second.
So Dogu is a wing back, and what do we expect from him? So the attack is not sharp for United. They are struggling in the attack. The United attack is nothing to write home about, except for personal agitations of Amad Diallo. Yes, he has actually made a good mark for himself. He has shown what he's made of today in that first half. 1 or 2 Blantyre crosses, but that can take away the moves and the dangers it created in the 18-yard of the Baggies, the Tottenham HOTSPUR, in this game.
Again, talking about Manchester United, what tactical changes do you expect to see from Ruben Amorim in the second half? Or do Manchester United need more wit or more urgency in the second half?
Of course, if United has to come back here, they need to make some changes, and it has to be very quick. We don't want to do such changes late because you want to equalize very quickly and settle scores and be neutral. Let's take it further. If possible into extra time, if possible into penalties, that should be what to do. So I don't see United waiting till 60 minutes before they make changes. Some players have been silent here, and some roles are actually obviously missing. Garnacho's role is very, very absent here. Nobody is doing the wing play from the left, and the midfield is virtually empty with only Mount running it. And then
I don't really know what's going through the head of the manager Ruben Amorim, because I don't know why you take your best attacking outputs, talking about Bruno Fernandes, and you're playing him in a more deeper role to be able to contain Mason Mount in the midfield. It doesn't really work on the magic for Manchester United in this game.
Yeah, but that's you. He possibly has seen what his team can do, and he possibly has tried that position in trainings and in some matches, and it worked for him. And this is a one-leg match. You can't come back to play it. So he wants to defend. If he can't score them, let them not score. Unfortunately, they have scored, so he will need to rearrange his tactics.
Okay, let's look straight at Manchester United the bench. We have Ben Yedder, the goalkeeper, Victor Lindelof, a defender, Diogo Dalot, Johnny Evans, Hayden Evan, Harry Amas, Christian Eriksen, Kobe Mino, Manuel Ugarte, Toby Koila, Joshua Zexi, and Alejandro Garnacho. And we've seen the striker, Arsenal, like we said in the first half, just 8 touches, which shows how poor he has been in the first half. Probably in the early second half, they should be looking at throwing in Joshua Zexi into this encounter. Though he's just coming back from injury, I think about 4 or 5 weeks layoff. And won't it be too soon to throw him into this game?
I don't think it will be too soon, and I don't think they will throw Zexi in immediately. I think Garnacho will come in immediately. Zexi may come in at 55 minutes or 60 minutes. because you need to actually create the chances for Hodlund before you throw in a Zexi. Zexi is not going to create the chances for Hodlund. Zexi himself is a striker, So you need a creator. You need somebody to create. Garnacho can create well. So you likely bring in a creator first and then bring in a second striker, play both strikers, play the two creators, take out one or two defenders. In my own opinion, I think it's Mazuri, possibly leave Mazuri, take out Dogu first, and then take out another midfielder. Mount will have to leave for Garnacho, and then the team can rearrange itself. Casemiro will also have to leave at a point in time.
Ugarte is on the bench.
Ugarte is on the bench.
Exactly. I think Mino, when it comes to attacking, looks more potent than having Casemiro attacking for Manchester United. Okay, let's move straight.
But it will be difficult for Mino to attack in this kind of game because they don't have stability in the back line. So you actually need a deal.
And Ugarte coming into the
that's the best thing that's the best person that can replace Casemiro.
Okay, yes, straight to Tottenham HOTSPUR. Do they sit back and defend this lead or push for a second to kill it off in the second half? Which is the smarter move for them? Should they sit back or should they, go for a second, go and kill it off in the second half?
Tottenham's pattern, Postecoglou is not going to look for a second goal. He's going to defend his first goal and continue to run on counter and hope for a counter-attack second goal. But they're not going to play open play. This is a final. You have just 45 minutes. You want to defend that one goal until you can't defend it anymore. So I don't see them playing an open, running an open play. I see them being more cohesive and more defensive in the second half.
Okay, finally, with how inconsistent on both sides have been this season, who do you trust more to handle the pressure in the second half of this game?
I think United is going to attack a lot. And Tottenham will have to do a lot of defending. And when United scores, they're not going to stop. They're going to keep attacking. So Tottenham is going to be on the back foot here. And it's going to be more interesting again because Tottenham will be on the back foot. They'll be the defending. And then they'll have opportunities to attack on the counter.
Okay, looking at Tottenham HOTSPUR's substitution bench, we have the second choice the third or fourth choice goalkeeper because Kinski is out injured. We have Braden Austin on the bench. There's also Alfred Whiteman on the bench. We also have the defender Kelvin Danso. Archie Gray is also on the bench. Ben Davies on the bench with experience. Ginger Spains, one of those fantastic left back you can always take up on the bench for Tottenham HOTSPUR. Yumi Son, yes, the talisman is on the bench. Matty Stell, another player they can look up to. Wilson Odobet, Dan Scarlett, Oyindamola Ajayi, and Mickey Moore. Looking at these four players I actually mentioned, Spain's Humison, Tell, Wilson, Odobet. These are players that can come into this game in the second half when Tottenham HOTSPUR actually need wits.
About these average players.
But Humison is actually not average.
I mean, apart from Son, every other person is an average player. We need Son in that game. We needed Son in that game in the first half. But because of age, I think...
I think he just returned from injury also.
So possibly Son will have to come in later. Son can create.
I think at the point we also see Metistel. That is the player who is on loan from Bayern Munich. And there's also Wilson Odobet on the bench. These are fantastic players for Tottenham HOTSPUR, and they can come into the second half and change the face of the second of this encounter. As the restart of the second half, and it's Manchester United, who are trailing 1-0 from the first half. Courtesy that's unfortunate own goal conceded by Luke Shaw in the first half, though that goal has been reshuffled and given straight to Brian Johnson. What I'm seeing on my screens here, yes, that has been given to Brian Johnson as a goal scorer in the 42nd minute. So it's normal Luke Shaw with an own goal for Tottenham HOTSPUR. So it's the restart of second half. Manchester United now playing from the left of our screens, and Tottenham HOTSPUR currently playing from the right to left and hoping to defend this their slim lead of probably get the second goal in the start of the second half. Manchester United will also be looking to respond back against Tottenham HOTSPUR and getting an early equalizer to get this game back into a contest. Straight into the first minute of second half, Dogu going into that tackle, and it's going to be a throw into Tottenham HOTSPUR in the first minute of the second half, encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United. Throwing there to Tottenham. And it's going to be taken there by Poro. Poro with a long one into the middle of the park. Manchester United wins possession and back in play. Manchester United in possession looks to attack, and Tottenham Hotspur not ready to give that out and gets possession. Looks to attack against Manchester United. Referee says that was a fair challenge and not one tough one to be adjudged as a infringement there. But Manchester United in possession in the middle. Casemiro on the ball there, drops it to Dogu. Dogu looks up front and finds his teammates Harry Maguire. Maguire comes approaching the Tottenham's Hotspur half there. Manchester United approaching, and Tottenham Hotspur regains possession. Easily won there by Manchester United immediately and returns back into the heart of the defense. There's Manchester United still in possession. A long one switches across on the pitch and sends it straight into the path of Amad Diallo, who couldn't go forward but returns it to Lenny Yoro. Yoro looks onto the wing and finds Mazauri. Mazauri plays it straight to Amad Diallo. Easily deflected for a throw-in by Tottenham Hotspur. So it's a throw-in to Manchester United in the early stages of the second half. They're straight into the third minute of second half, and Lenny Yoro on the ball there returns it back into the heart of the fence. Finds the captain, former captain Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire looks inward, plays it straight into the path of Amad Diallo, who finds Mazauri. Mazauri drops it into the middle, finds the captain Bruno Fernandes, who returns it to Mazauri. Amad Diallo with the ball there, cross into the box. And that was a weak header there. And that shows the frustration on the face of Watchalong, or that summarizes performance from Manchester United in this encounter. Because I was expecting him to do better there with that ball in that moment. So it's still 1-0 right there in the 49th minute of this encounter. And it's still 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur leading against Manchester United. So we've seen we've seen 4 minutes of second half performance from Manchester United, and it seems like they're starting just the way they started the first half. But let's see if they can turn one of these early chances into goals.
Of course, United will come out and try and get something from this, and they will put more attacking pressure on Tottenham Hotspur. However, Tottenham is supposed to defend, and they're actually clouding the midfield against United. So it's exactly as we expect. In a couple of minutes, maybe in like 5 minutes, we should expect to see some changes coming, and maybe those changes can add more vigor, fresher legs to the team and to the gameplay. But as it is right now, United is still in the driving position. They've been driving. As much as Tottenham wants to move forward, they are not able to move forward. United seem to have caged them at the midfield, and hoping that United can just be left in that. I mean, Tottenham can be left in that position. You could see Diallo placing lovely crosses.
Part of what's it called, Watchalong there, but couldn't
But
direct
it was
his header.
behind. It was behind Watchalong. Was behind Watchalong. You have to just give him some, cut him some slack there.
Yeah,
in as much as we know what he can do.
Okay, yes, go straight goal kick there to Tottenham Hotspur. Will be looking to get a second goal in this encounter. Vicario with a long one straight into the Manchester United half, and easily caught there by Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire sends it back into Tottenham's half, and Watchalong we approach that. Referee says that was a touch on the Danes striker there. And it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. And the free kick and the yellow card, the first yellow card to Tottenham, is Van der Veen, who has picked that up for Tottenham Hotspur. And that looks like an unnecessary yellow card to me.
And what was a contest? It was an aerial contest. He just let his hand free and brushed the Watchalong on the head. It's not unnecessary. You have to make sure that they don't get the ball at all in your area. And that's the job of a central defender. And Van der Veen is doing a great one at that, just making sure. But he might just boomerang because they have a free kick in a very dangerous position right now, which Bruno Fernandes is a specialist at.
Okay, it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United and taken straight by the captain, Bruno Fernandes. Tottenham Hotspur who clears the lines against Manchester United. Manchester United back in possession of the ball and looking to attack against Tottenham Hotspur right here. And look to get the second own equalizer. The referee says there was an infringement. It was almost going to a battle there between the former captain of Manchester United, Harry Maguire, and the Tottenham captain tonight, Christian Romero. But the players had to come in between them so they don't go into blows. And It looks like yes, emotions are finally getting into the better of these guys, but it's still early stages of the second half. We've just seen 5 minutes of second half being played, and you ask yourself why are the frustration, coming in for the Manchester United players.
And the frustration is they're behind and they must come back as soon as possible. Otherwise, the opponent may score yet another goal, and then you'll be down by 2 goals. They will double their lead. So the frustration is they have to perform. They keep getting close. They keep getting into the dangerous positions to score, but the goals are not coming for them. Maybe because they're not good enough. They don't have the strikers. They don't have the gameplay. They don't have the drivers, and the final balls are not coming. In all United has done, I have not seen them walk or dance their way into the 18 of Tottenham Hotspur. They've been playing crosses and long balls. So the long balls and crosses are more like just try, let's just try. But if you want to get goals that you are sure of, you want to run strategically, you want to pass into the 18, or do square plays after getting behind the defenders. Those are the ways by which you can confidently be sure you can get goals. But United is not doing that. They're just sending long balls into the penalty area.
But surprisingly, even Tottenham Hotspur, I don't really think there've been anything.
They have not been any different. They are on the same platform. Both of them are same of same. The one has just been fortunate to get a goal.
There you go. Let's see if that Manchester United will also be getting an equalizer in this encounter. There's still a lot to play in this encounter. We still have about 40 more minutes to be played by these two sides in this encounter. Back in play is Tottenham Hotspur in possession of the ball. Poro on the ball there and finds his teammate there. Still Tottenham Hotspur lost possession and rolls out for a throw into Manchester United. Pepe Metasa should probably be doing better there. Manchester United back in possession. Harry Maguire with the ball finds Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro will come forward with the ball for Manchester United right there. It's straight into the 54th minute. Still Manchester United possession. Luke Shaw there and goes onto it and returns it back out to Euro. Euro in defense for Manchester United finds Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire with the ball goes out straight to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw with the ball for Manchester United. Drops it straight into Patrick Dogu. Dogu looks inward and finds the captain, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes just sends one straight onto the part of his teammate, Mason Mount, who looks quiet in this encounter. And straight into the 55th minute. I think if I'm the manager, that has to be my first substitution in the second half. Mason Mount needs to be withdrawn in this game.
Mason Mount needs to be taken out, and let's have some more biting midfielders who can deliver final balls and who can actually take shots at goal and create danger for the opponent. And we expected at halftime that change should have been made. Garnacho should have been brought into this game. Immediately they come back from break. But possibly Patrick, what's his name? Ruben Amorim still believes there is something in the bag of Mason Mount, which I don't know what that could be based on his antecedents. I don't know why he's still keeping on the bench 7 or 8 minutes into the second half.
55 minutes into the game. So we've seen 10 minutes of second half performance from these two sides in this game. And still Tottenham Hotspur still leading via a slim lead in this encounter 1-0. The 42nd minute goal scored by Brian Johnson, the England international for Tottenham Hotspur. That is the only goal in this encounter, and that is what differentiates these two sides in the second half. Now we are going straight into 1 hour of football and see for the last 30 minutes of the second half who is going to get the second goal. Will it be Manchester United equalizing, or will it be Tottenham Hotspur doubling their lead, or Tottenham Hotspur doing lot of defending for the remaining part of this encounter? That is an offside call against Dogu, so it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United, and the goalkeeper Andre Nana out of his ball stays that and finds Harry Maguire, who finds Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw straight onto the part of Dogu. Dogu tries to play in tries to play in his teammate there, was brought down, and that was Mason Mount. He was trying to play in, and the referee says that is going to be a free kick against Tottenham Hotspur for that hand pulling on Mason Mount there. Manchester United back in possession, losing possession. Tottenham also losing possession in a ball winnable situation. Yes, Manchester United approaching Tottenham Hotspur, but Christian Romero will clear the line and is out for a throw into Manchester United. Right, it has been a flat second half from both sides in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. Who is going to get the first goal, or we are going to wait late into the second half like we waited in the first half for the second goal in this encounter? Mazaori with the ball there, switches on wing and tries to play in Dogu, but Tottenham Hotspur will clear the lines there and is out for a throw into Manchester United in this encounter. Gradually, the clock is fast ticking in this one as we're straight into the 57th minute of this encounter, and it's still 1-0 in this encounter. Who is going to get the second goal? We're still waiting to see what a beautiful play of football in the second half. It has really been a tactical approach into the second game between the both managers. We're waiting to see who is going to give us that second goal. Tottenham Hotspur fans also are waiting patiently for a second goal, probably from their team in this encounter. Straight into the 57th minute of this encounter. Just like the first half, a lot of throw-ins is still what we're seeing in the second half.
Lots of stoppages, and that's another stoppage. And it's just going to be like that. Just mark somebody, hack somebody, ensure they don't move on. After one or two moves, make sure you hack them. We just don't want them to score us. We may not have any particular attack tactics, but we want to be sure that we're not attacked. It has to be a hack. And Richarlison will get a card for that. Richarlison gets a yellow card, well-deserved yellow card. But that's the instruction from the manager. Just make sure. I just mentioned it. Just make sure they don't move.
This was almost the same tackle made by Mazauri in the first half that Tottenham didn't get
against Udogie.
Mazauri against Udogie.
Yeah.
Almost that was identical.
Very similar.
Similar fashion there. Richarlison is getting a yellow
card. The only difference is that Mazauri was waiting for him and made Udogie run into him, while here Richarlison actually ran after the player. That's the only difference here.
It's going to be a free kick to Manchester United, and the captain there, Bruno Fernandes, is standing on this.
It's possibly the 100th, possibly the 100th of that kind.
Oh, what a chance for Manchester United. The ball kept floating in the box there, but the finishing touch actually eluded the Manchester United players, and Lenny Yoro being hard on himself there. He felt he should have tipped that or tapped that into the back of the net. Let's see that again. But that was not coming straight into the part of the French international. Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur needs to be careful with the numbers of. Oh, okay, he approached the ball there, but couldn't get the needed touch on the ball there. Tottenham Hotspur regains possession, but another throw into Manchester United in this encounter. We're straight into the 59th minute of this encounter. And it's still Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. It has really been a cagey affair in the second half also. Just the slow start we saw in the first half is also what we're witnessing in the start of the second half. Manchester United approaching. Amad Diallo on the ball there. Returns it into the middle of the park and finds Lenny Yoro. Yoro looks inward into the midfield and finds his teammate there, Casemiro, will go straight onto the wing there. He has a chance for Manchester United to send it across into the box and miss him out in possession. Yeah, he's find himself in the box there. Tottenham Hotspur dragging him and dragging him off the ball there. Another throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Right there, 1 hour of football gone already at Bilbao. It's still Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0 in the Europa League Final 2024-2025 season.
Yeah, so you could say so much fight in Mount here, but what did the fight lead to? He still lost the ball, as they always do. And you see Tottenham playing Balloony. They possibly took a cue. Postecoglou possibly learned something from Jose Mourinho, which is going to practice here.
It's actually going to hurt them bad. That is one thing, because they are soaking a lot of pressure. You are allowing Manchester United into dangerous positions in your box, and you are not coming out to attacking. You are giving Manchester United, the freedom to dominate and dictate the flow of play. At the end of the day, for how long can you soak pressure against this kind of teams?
Maybe another 40 minutes. That's how long they can do it.
You see,
they'll have to do it for another.
How disappointing it has been. 96 passes that has just been the number of passes completed by Tottenham Hotspur.
We've seen several.
Probably to me, they don't even deserve to be in the lead in this.
Both of them don't deserve to be here.
Manchester United, but Watchalong don't be getting to that.
No, to be very candid, Shegun, we've seen several teams do this and take this one goal, take it away. Several Italian teams have done it at the World Cup. They've done it at Euro level. They've done it at local leagues. You have the one goal, defend it and take it away. If your opponent scores, come back and try again. But as long as you have the one goal, take it away. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to hold on to their lead, and you can't blame Postecoglou. He said when he was being interviewed that he usually wins a trophy in his second year. This is his second year with Tottenham. So if he gets to win this trophy, that will cement his record. He has a record of winning in his second year. So let's hope that Postecoglou can win in his second year. This is Ruben Amorim's first year at United. So if he still loses this and doesn't win anything, it will just be okay. He can win in his second year too.
Okay, yeah, some Manchester United fans want to hear that they want to lay their hands on this trophy come end of this encounter. We're straight into the 62nd minute here, barely 28 minutes to the end of this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur in possession of the ball. That should be a free kick. The referee, is that going to be it? Yes, I think that should be a free. Oh, I lost place to continue since that was a fair challenge on Brian Johnson, the goal scorer, and it's going to be a free kick, a goal kick to Manchester United. The referee says that was a fair one. I think he got the ball before getting the leg.
No, he didn't get the ball. He had no contact with the ball. The ball was played by Johnson. That should be a foul.
There's a chance for Manchester United with this big chance for the equalizer. What was the need of that turn in the box? You just need to hit the target, and Tottenham Hotspur are losing a lot of balls.
And do you know that ball actually fell on his left strong foot?
There's a chance for second with this very shot. Second goal for Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh no! What was Johnson thinking?
What a rare chance for Tottenham Hotspur to double their league. But Solanke, sorry, that was Dominic Solanke.
That was Solanke. How did he lose his foot in there?
Look at that rare opportunity. That was a rare chance for Tottenham Hotspur to hit Manchester United on the counter. And what a moment! That is just it was a poor pass. It was the
pass was too heavy. So heavy. Was way ahead of him. He had to stretch, make a full stretch to stop the ball, and then after the full stretch, he lost his balance. So the pass could have been better than that. But that was a very, very huge chance for Tottenham to double their lead there against United, and they just lost it.
Straight into the 63rd minute of this encounter. Still no substitution from both managers in this encounter. We're still waiting to see who is going to make the first substitution. And I'll predict probably Manchester United will be making double substitution when they'll be making their own substitution. Because I know for sure Amorim will be looking to throw in Joshua Zexi into this encounter, and probably Alejandro Garnacho to come and do the magic of coming off the bench and being an instant substitute. He should be bringing that that vibe into this game for Manchester United, because looking at it from that left wing, it looks like attacking wise they are so lost in this encounter.
Well, from the left wing, there's nobody there to play the ball. We want Mount and Patrick Dogu to play the ball, and they are not the right fit for moving balls forward in that area. These players are not wingers. There are specialists in that area. People get trained. And that's what you can see with Amadou Diallo. He's been doing a lot of that. Moving the ball from the left and punishing defenders. My problem has
to be with Richarlison coming to do defensive work for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't really know what's going through the heads of
Did you watch Did you watch the Champions League between Inter Milan
and Manchester City?
No, Barcelona in 2010. Okay. Everybody was behind the ball in the second leg. That
was a different scenario. I don't really see that, coming here to play for Tottenham Hotspur. If that is what they're thinking,
they have to pack the boss.
My money will be on Manchester United getting an equalizer in the second half. You can see it for the past 20 minutes of those games. It has been flat for Tottenham Hotspur.
But look at Tottenham Hotspur's chance now, the counter-attack. If Solanke had got that goal in, it would have been double right now, and they'll go back home and pack the boss and wait for such an opportunity. It's a tactics in football, counter-attacking. So you suck all the pressure, you defend from your opponent, all of them come forward, and then you look for a chance to attack them from the rear.
All right, straight into the 65th minute, which means we've seen 20 minutes of action in the second half. And it's still been flat for both sides in this encounter. Just one goal in this encounter, 42nd minute goal scored by Brian Johnson. Is the only difference between these two sides. And you can see Richarlison right there signaling to the bench that probably he has seen enough in this encounter. Looks the Brazilian is returning to the medics table. He's one player who is always mostly out injured for Tottenham Hotspur, and it seems that he has seen the last of his impact in this encounter for Tottenham Hotspur. Probably let's see what Tottenham Hotspur substitution will be and what impact that player will be bringing into this Tottenham Hotspur side for the next remaining 20 minutes of this encounter. And the referee also signaling that yes, for the time wastage, which will be added at the end of 90 minutes, and that is where there's always problem to me because I don't really love players, wasting time that we still come back to hurt you at the end of the day. And now we have the substitution. Is the captain Yumi Son will be coming off the bench for Tottenham Hotspur for the last 20 minutes of this encounter. And this is another breed of trouble coming in against Manchester United.
Absolutely. United has always known that Heung-min Son is always a problem, but Heung-min Son will have been a more better problem playing with Richarlison on the field. But Solanke is also there. He can pair up with Solanke beautifully well. Tottenham will revert their tactics to 4-4-2 here. They will play 4 defensive, and then the 4 will be right in front of the defense. They are not going to move forward. And then it's just going to be Heung-min Son and Solanke doing the attacking job, running at the defense, looking for holes and attacking the spaces, looking for counter chances to try and get one more goal or so. So that's just the way to go. Let's just hope Postecoglou boys can get it right here. And if they do get it right, they will be punishing the United boys pretty well. Because
all right, we're straight into the 68th minute of this encounter. Still 1-0 between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, with Manchester United be the better side in the second half, but still no goal to show off for it. Just like we saw in the larger part of the first half, they were actually the better side of the first half. And here we have the yellow card down to Bissouma for Tottenham Hotspur. The cards are coming into this encounter right now, and you ask yourself, what was the reason for that? Looks like you lost the ball already. There was no. Okay, did he lash out on the ball?
no, he held the ball. Time
wasting. That was why he got himself a yellow card right there. Bissouma, the Mali international, going into the books of the referee, and the third Tottenham player with a yellow card, but the second Tottenham player on the pitch with a yellow card because Richarlison has been withdrawn by the manager. Into the box there. That might just be Richarlison from Manchester United. And what a goal line clearance there from Tottenham Hotspur. Still Manchester United in dangerous position, asking all the questions, and Tottenham Hotspur taking their stars there that didn't go into the back of the net. The goalkeeper was in no man's land there. But fortunately, there was a Tottenham Hotspur defender there to do the defending for Tottenham. What a chance for Manchester United.
That was so close. I'm sure SofaScore will have actually hit the bell for that.
Look at that.
Take a look.
That
was goal line.
You have to thank Van der Veen there for that goal line clearance.
Wow.
The goalkeeper, what was he thinking of there, for Christ's sake?
He missed it.
Oh, and you could see the Tottenham Hotspur defender there making that run back.
Last stage defense.
Good defensive work there.
Defending, rather.
You have to give it to the Tottenham Hotspur defender. He actually clears that off the goal line for Manchester United to deny Manchester United an equalizer there. And I just hope he'll be able to continue. It looks like he's limping there.
No, he landed on his hip. It was a terrible landing. The defending he did there was a last stage one. It's a game-winning defense, because if this game ended this way, you have to give a lot of credit to Van de Ven for that tackle. It was very dangerous, but he still went for it.
Yes, like I said, like I predicted, Manchester United will be making a substitution, and that is Joshua Zirkzee and Alejandro Garnacho being prepared to come into this encounter for the remaining 20 minutes of this game, because we're straight into the 70th minute. But it's still Tottenham Hotspur who are cruising to victory in this one, costing to victory, but still a slim lead, so it's not won already for Tottenham Hotspur. Let's see if they can get the second goal that they need in this one, or will it be Manchester United getting an equalizer and probably coming back to win this encounter. We've seen them come back from losing situations. The game against Olympique Lyon is one to always remember. At the point they were 4-1 behind in that encounter, and they came back to finally get their way into that game against Olympique Lyon. So let's see if that is going to happen, or is it going to repeat itself at this same stadium where they dismantled Atletico Bilbao in the UEFA Europa League semi-final.
Oh, well, let's see how it goes. United has had a string of comebacks in the Europa, especially, and they will be playing against. They are playing against Tottenham, as it is. This is a team that understands United. They have played in Premiership 3 times. They have played this season in Premiership and in other domestic cups, and Tottenham has the better of them. And let's see if United can break that jinx now in today's encounter. But I don't see them doing it. I think Tottenham may have the better of them again today.
Okay, Manchester United will be given a chance to prepare their substitution and make it straight away. And we have Alejandro Garnacho who will be coming into this encounter. And Zegzi also been thrown into this game. Watchalong have played his own part in this encounter and has been withdrawn by the manager. Joshua Zegzi, known for good hold-up play on his own day.
Hold-up play, they also need the goals. So United is bringing Garnacho. Zegzi will play with Garnacho. Zegzi in the center will play along with Garnacho. Garnacho, we know he has a lot of curvy balls. He has those outside 18 shots. He actually gets good number of goals from the edge of the 18 box. He can actually call the ball well, pretty much like Lamine Yamal, who has become a reference in terms of calling now at the age of 17. Anyway, what an irony as it is. So let's hope Garnacho can come and do his magic. Zegzi will hold the play and put a lot of pressure on the defense line because of his height and body weight. And let's see how Tottenham reacts to that change or those changes. Son has come in for Tottenham, and Tottenham may also need to bring in some midfielder with energy and fresh legs to counter the new power of United. That was a terrible header. That was a terrible header from
captain
Bruno
Fernandes. You'll have expected better there from the experienced midfielder there. Beautiful chance and beautiful way to open up the Tottenham's Hotspur defense right there. But the header was actually not accurate from the captain, Bruno Fernandes. And Tottenham Hotspur will be having themselves and their stars there to thank as we're approaching the 73rd minute of this encounter. Still 1-0 Tottenham lead. Considered goal in the 42nd minute by Brian Johnson, but Manchester United no doubt have been the better side in the second half. They are just unfortunate not to get a goal in this encounter. Harry Maguire with the ball switches out and finds Patrick Dogu. Dogu approaches, sends it straight into the part of Alejandro Garnacho for his first touch in this encounter. Garnacho returns it straight into the part of Lenny Yoro. Yoro approaches and comes forward with the ball and sends it straight to finds Amad Diallo. Diallo returns it back into the part of Yoro. Yoro finds Harry Maguire. And we are straight into the 74th minute of this encounter. A time clock is fast ticking in this one. Manchester United needs an immediate response against this Tottenham Hotspur side.
Yeah, but look at the Tottenham defenders. They are kicking both the legs and the ball together, and that's what they should be doing at this time. If you don't have a yellow card, it's your turn to go and dive or slide. But if you already have a card, just follow the player. Make sure you get the ball before you kick. You can see Garnacho actually driving in there. Garnacho made the first move, and that has been lacking from that left wing for United since this game started. Right now we should be at the hour mark, beyond the hour mark.
Straight at 74th minute of this game.
Well, so we'll just have a quarter of an hour to play in regulation time for this game, and let's see how Tottenham can hold it. But Garnacho has started showing what he's made of here. He made a very beautiful score play. He was trying to actually score play, but ended up deflected into the hands of Tottenham goalkeeper. Garnacho again. Garnacho takes a shot.
Beautiful shot. And this is the first time in this game we are seeing this type of approach.
Dangerous attacks
from Manchester United.
Threatening attacks.
And you ask yourself the question: what was Garnacho doing on the bench?
What was Garnacho doing on the bench?
For the better part of this encounter.
What has he been doing on the bench? This is a player that can bring something out of the heart.
Yes, that's still going to be a corner kick to Manchester United right there. And it's going to be taken there from the other side of the pitch. And it's Bruno Fernandes who is standing on that 75th minute of this encounter. And Bruno Fernandes sends a long one into the box there. Well, easily deflected there by the Tottenham Hotspur player. And still Manchester United back in possession. Bruno with the ball and switches it and sends it straight to Amad Diallo. Diallo tries to beat his man there, but wins Manchester United another corner kick right there in the 75th minute of this encounter as we're approaching the 76th minute, which will leave us with about barely 14 minutes to play in this game. Manchester United needs a comeback in this one, and Tottenham Hotspur needs to hang on for a second Europa League title victory. And yes, still Manchester United in possession, lost possession, but regains possession. They've seen the better part of balls in the second half as Tottenham Hotspur are doing a lot of defending. Manchester United sends down that one into the box there. Tottenham Hotspur will break out. Yumi Son with the ball there as he approaches the Manchester United box and holds onto it. A good defensive work. The referee says that was clean as possible there. Manchester United through the captain Bruno Fernandes drops it into the midfield and finds Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw sends it straight onto the wing where he finds Alejandro Garnacho. The Argentine will run straight at the Tottenham Hotspur defense and drops one straight into the path of his teammates and wins Manchester United. Another corner kick. Is that a corner kick?
No, it's a goal kick. The referee has given a goal kick to. That was a beautiful,
especially done there by
Romero. That was a well-timed tackle. Otherwise, this should have been a foul. Really, this should have been a foul. What Barcelona did here was, that warranted the penalty was not even that bad.
Yes, it's going to be a goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur right there in this encounter. And it's still 1-0. Tottenham Hotspur leading against Manchester United. I'm very sure Manchester United fans around the world will be asking themselves the questions: what else do they have to do to get an equalizer against this Tottenham Hotspur in this encounter? It's still 1-0 the lead, and Tottenham Hotspur, for how long can they hold this pressure? That is the questions on all Tottenham Hotspur fans around the world. I think if they lose this game, it has to be on the ends of the manager, because to me, they've been flat in the second half. They should have come out to attack.
I disagree with you on that. They're attacking well. You could see Song running. You look at their gameplay. Look at where they are. They're not sitting in their defense line. They're playing. They're doing the work. They're trying to stop them before they get to their penalty area. But what do you expect to happen? To leave a player behind the line when they are being attacked? No. Everybody must be behind the ball because you're leading.
You know your Barcelona won't play this type of this type of.
No, but that's what cost Barcelona the Champions League final. If they had played that kind of football in 92 minutes, they will have secured it.
90 minutes here, for Christ's sake.
What I'm saying is, if Barca, after scoring the leading goal of 3-2, if they had played this kind of football, they will have secured their final slot. Instead of opening up, you get your defense in place. You have how long to play? You can hold it. Play the Azuris. There's something we always know about the Azuris, the Italians. Play them in the 80s and 90s. They win you 1-0, you can't score back.
Here's another defensive substitution, for Christ's sake. Donso coming in. Another defensive
one. No, but what do you expect them to do? They are leading.
Goalscorer will be withdrawn in this encounter. Brian Johnson will be going out right now for Tottenham Hotspur. He has already made his own felt in this encounter, getting Tottenham Hotspur the only goal in this encounter. And as Andrew Nana was beating right there, Brian Johnson with the only goal, and it seems to be the player who will be withdrawn by the Tottenham Hotspur manager, Angel Postecoglou, right there in this encounter. It's the 79th minute of this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur making another substitution of their own. It's Kelvin Danso being thrown into this game for the remaining 11 minutes of regulation time in this encounter. How long can they hang on against this Manchester United side who are throwing everything forward to attack against them in this encounter?
Yeah, well, it's going to be body to body, bone to bone, and you can see all the 10 players with the goalkeeper making 11 are behind the ball. That's the way it should be right now. You're going to look for a chance to counter, but you don't have the ball. When you don't have the ball, how do you mark? You can't afford to go ahead and stay outside hoping that you can score a goal when you don't even have the ball. Your opponents are pressing. Your opponents are attacking you. These ones are hungry and they are behind you.
I believe that they are the one who gives Manchester United, this freedom to play.
No, they are not. They are not.
For about 35 minutes we've seen in this game, Manchester United have been, all around them in this encounter.
I disagree with you.
The equalizer is coming very soon.
Do you know that in football, when you are leading or when you're behind, the energy is more, the motivation is higher to attack because you're not going to lose anything for attacking. But when you're the one leading, you have pressure. You can't afford to let them score you because you're leading. So United doesn't mind getting another goal scored.
You're soaking this lot of pressure in this encounter to what end?
No, you're soaking the pressure so that you can defend your goal and hope to score another goal. Because you cannot afford to leave your home front open. Okay, look at it. Tottenham hasn't got the ball. They haven't even won the ball.
I can tell you for free. If we are getting a goal in this game, any goal in this game, it has to be Manchester United scoring the second.
I don't see any goal coming again in this game.
Let's see how it runs down. We're straight into the 81st.
And if there's any goal coming, it could be United
regulation time,
and it could be Tottenham.
Yes, Manchester United coming forward, looking for the equalizer. And that eluded the last touch in the box is what eludes Manchester United in this encounter. Euro with the ball there, approaching the Tottenham Hotspur box and sends the cross with a beat for Manchester United. But the finishing touch still not there. Alejandro Garnacho will get onto that, asks Pedro Porro to beat, and still holds onto the ball, drops it straight into the path of his teammates, and should be taking that shot for Christ's sake, and finds straight into the path of Garnacho. But Garnacho also wasted that opportunity. We're straight into the 82nd minute. 8 more minutes for Tottenham Hotspur to hang on. And now this is the time you can actually hang on. But they can't really hang on right now to the 90th minute because they've, used up their they've used up their energy, defending all 35 minutes of this game.
Oh no, you're not getting it right. They have used their energy to hold play up till this point. They are holding play. They are not just defending. Look at what they're doing now. See what they're doing. They can as well score another goal. They can as well get a penalty or a free kick or something. That didn't happen because the defender was up to it. It was just fast enough. Otherwise, Song would have committed that defender. And he could have gotten a free kick in that area. Any free kick in that area is going to take another 2-3 minutes before they touch at all. Yeah, and that's the gameplay. You have to defend your home.
Manchester United coming forward straight into the box, but straight into the hands of Vicario. And even the goalkeeper is not in a hurry. And you can see the manager there, Ruben Amorim, also going to his bench to see which of the Manchester United players on the bench he can possibly throw into this game to change the course of this encounter. We're straight into the 83rd minute. 7 more minutes to play in regulation time. It's Tottenham Hotspur leading via a slim lead in this one, 1-0. And I think that might have just been their only shot on target in this of this encounter. Let's see that again. Yes, one shot on target for Tottenham Hotspur, and that was the only goal scored by Tottenham Hotspur in this encounter. 5 shots on target for Manchester United out of 11 total shots, but they've been unable to put one into the back of the net. Tottenham Hotspur has only been able to muster 3 total shots in this game and 1 on target, which happens to be their goal. Manchester United will still be asking all the questions and coming forward against this Tottenham Hotspur side, who are looking defensive conscious right now. They are not ready to come out to attack against Manchester United. We're straight into the 83rd minute, approaching the 84th minute. 6 more minutes to play in regulation time.
Yeah, so this is the tactics. You park the bus, take your chances. If your opponent score, we'll go into extra time or something. We'll go and try and get another goal, or we'll push into extra time. If they can't score, then your tactics has paid off. So you want to defend so that your opponent does not score. So that's what's happening. So they got their chance. They had 1 or 2 moves to do, but the ball was not going anywhere. So you come back and defend. You just make sure that they don't get the chance to put the ball in a dangerous position.
Look, I don't really know why to me it looks more like a disappointing second half performance from.
We're playing 2 sides that are 16 and 17 on the log.
I just feel like look at that. How do you run into traffic, for Christ's sake?
Okay, these are 2 sides that are 16th and 17th on the Premiership table. They are behind Brighton and Hove. They are behind Aston Villa. They are behind Tottenham. Behind Newcastle. They are behind Bournemouth. They are behind virtually all the sides except the relegation sides. These are the guys qualified for relegation after those 3: Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton. And they are the ones playing. What do you expect to see? So they're just coming here to try and push whatever they can push. These are clubs that have lost the highest number. Between the 2 of them, they've lost 39 games this year.
Diego Dalot has been shown in
they've lost 39 games.
I'll be replaced by the manager. You can see Mazzari looks like he has been tired out, full of running all games. And you can see him looking so tired on the bench right there. We are in the 85th minute of this encounter. 5 more minutes to play in regulation time. This was around the time Tottenham Hotspur also got their only goal in this encounter, with Manchester United also be getting the equalizer around this time to send this game into extra time, or probably get 2 late goals in this game to send it all into a dramatic ending. But before that, it's a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur in the 86th minute as the captain Yumi Son, who sends one into the box there. She touch also eluded that.
That was close.
To be a goal kick to Manchester United.
That was so close.
With a chance for Tottenham Hotspur, the Austrian couldn't get the needed touch on that, and that's went straight into goal kick for Manchester United. We're in the 86th minute, 4 more minutes to play in regulation time. Can Tottenham Hotspur hang on in the regulation time? Well, let's see. Manchester United will come forward again with the ball there, returns it into the middle of the park. And referee says it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. And the free kicks are coming in. And you look at the number of seconds which have been wasted before they play these free kicks. I just hope it will come back to haunt them. Straight into the box. Manchester United. For the goalkeeper there, Vicario to the rescue for Tottenham Hotspur. As we are getting straight into the 87th minute of this encounter. 3 more minutes to go in regulation time. Manchester United taking the pressure to Tottenham Hotspur, and we can see it looks like emotions is finally getting over the best of these players. What's the argument for there? I'll say that again. Harry Maguire with the header, and the goalkeeper got that. Right? Oh, there was a push there. If this was the EPL, I think VR will be rechecking this.
No, but it happened outside.
That was the Ganso's chance for Tottenham Hotspur. And you'd have expected Ganso, probably just go a bit forward there.
No, the ball was so heavy.
Okay, right there, we are straight into the 87th minute of this encounter. Looks like Tottenham Hotspur wants to coast to on a victory. I would say that they didn't really deserve if they should end up winning this game in regulation time. Manchester United with one of their rare chances there. Yes, Joshua Zexi approaching the box there, holds onto the ball. Yeah, might just be a chance. To what was that from Joshua Zexi?
It was a deflection. It took a shot that was deflected back.
Diego Dalot finds Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo with the ball there, drops it inward into the midfield. Finds Patrick, who looks to be playing inverted for Manchester United now. Manchester United still in possession and looks to send a cross into the box. With that very chance, and there's a Manchester United player going down to the top, and the referee is telling him, get up onto your pitch and fit there.
This is very interesting.
And we're going straight into the dining talking about additional time, probably we'll be having about 7 minutes additional time at the end of 90 minutes due to those time wasted by Richarlison when he was injured.
Possibly 5 minutes or 6.
I think I'll favor around 7 to 10 minutes. But let's see what the referee decides in this encounter, because we're straight into the 88 minutes right now. 2 more minutes to play in regulation time. Manchester United is still coming very close, like they want to get on that equalizer against Tottenham Hotspur. But it looks like, yes, it's all going emotions coming into it for Manchester United. Harry Maguire gets himself a yellow card in the process right now. There was no need for that kick, for Christ's sake.
Actually, the player went down and started displaying. He was acting up. Maguire went to him, asking him to stop acting up. And one wonders.
There was a push. There was actually a push there.
It was just his hand on him. He didn't warrant him rolling on the floor. There was no need to roll.
He gave him the advantage there.
Exactly. So he went to him, asking him to get up.
About 30 seconds being wasted, right there in that moment. So I think we'll still be seeing close to around 8 minutes additional time. Again, Manchester United will be throwing Kobe Mino into this encounter right now. In the 89th minute, yes, the player that knows how to get
my money on 6 minutes.
Goes
I said I'm putting my money on 6 minutes, maximum 7 minutes.
Okay, let's see how much minutes will be added there by the 4th official in this encounter. We're straight into the 89th minute, approaching the last minute. Tottenham Hotspur also making now 2 substitutions of their own. Odobet is one of those substitutions, and Archie Gray also might be thrown into this encounter by the Tottenham manager as we are getting straight into the 89th minute of this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur has managed to play about 44 minutes of the second half, hanging on to that slim lead and goal scored by Brian Johnson in the 42nd minute. So Manchester United, we have a lot of mountains to climb right now in the later stage of the second half. Straight into the 90 minutes of regulation time.
So if it ends like this, Tottenham gets a chance to lift a trophy, and Postecoglou gets a chance to continue his record. And should it end like this, as it is right now? Tottenham is in the lead. Tottenham also get a chance to play in the Champions League next season, and with this crop of players and this kind of gameplay, they're going to drop out in the first round. Well, the way it is, I think it's a good thing for London, especially when you're looking at central London. Tottenham deserves to win something after so long. Harry Kane left Tottenham because he couldn't win anything at all with Tottenham.
It's not over yet. Let's see how much minutes.
But now Harry Kane has won a trophy.
7 minutes to be added. I think that's what I'll favor from the.
Is it 7 minutes or 8 minutes?
We're waiting for the confirmation. It should be about 7 to 8 minutes to be added there. Because of the number of time wasted by these players in this account. About 90 minutes of regulation time being played already. We are straight into that time. That is additional time in this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur in possession of the ball. Yumi Son there and tries to go straight to the byline. It's too early for this, for Christ's sake. 7 minutes additional time
so Max
has been added.
That's
Yes,
Max.
that is a minimum of 7 minutes additional time added there by the fourth official. So 7 minutes for Tottenham Hotspur to hang on against Manchester United, and 7 more minutes for Manchester United to take the pressure to Tottenham Hotspur in this encounter and look for that late equalizer and to halt and throw a big wave, shocker wave into the Tottenham Hotspur players in this encounter. Looks like there's a Manchester United player who is getting a yellow card. Looks like it's Lindelof who is getting a yellow card even right there from the bench. Frustration everywhere for the Manchester United players and their fans. Okay, straight into the second minute of this additional time being added there by the fourth official. Manchester United in possession, looks to attack again against Tottenham Hotspur, sends it into the middle of the park, finds Dalot, and Dalot finds Casemiro. Casemiro looks forward and finds his teammates as Manchester United approaches on Tottenham's Hotspur defense and looking for that goal. Dogo has also been replaced by Mino in this encounter. Manchester United have to hang on and look for that equalizer in this encounter. Joshua Zeze with the ball finds Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo tries to play one cheeky one into the box but couldn't get that. But Dallo was there to get that for Manchester United. Mino with the ball returns it back to Dallo, and Dallo will favor a cross into the box. A chance for Manchester United. Would that be it? Our Tottenham Hotspur players are asking for a goal kick, and it has been given to Tottenham Hotspur, and the referee says that is a goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur right there in the third minute of additional time. So they have 4 more minutes to hang on in this one.
That's because Harry Maguire believed that it was held. He actually nodded the ball. He believed it was held, but he still nodded the ball.
Actually hanging on each other there.
Yeah, but it was.
It's not the Premier League. Probably if it was the Premier League, it might have been a free kick.
A penalty.
A penalty. Sorry.
Penalty for Manchester United, as they say in Spain. Any small thing. Penalty for Real Madrid.
I think there's still time in this encounter. He shouldn't be in tears right now. He should just be hoping that his team can get that needed equalizer. Yumi Son being brought down. We've seen 3 minutes of additional time played already as we're approaching the 4th minute of additional time, which will leave us with 3 minutes. And the Spurs fans and the Lily Whites, as they call themselves, are ready celebrating right there, thinking that this is over. But I don't really think this is over. 4th minute.
They are taking their chances. They are hoping that they can get through with it. And nobody thinks it's over yet. You're just hoping that it can end this way because they have the lead. They have a hand on the trophy, and it will only take United to get the second hand and push them into extra time or something. That has to be when they pull something from the heart. But as it is, game ends this way. Tottenham HOTSPUR are getting it.
Yes, Manchester United approaching the Tottenham Hotspur defense there. Alejandro Garnacho with the ball there, cuts inwards, sends a cross into the box there. Tottenham Hotspur clears the lines, but back into the part of Manchester United. The captain with the ball there, and Bruno Fernandes switches position, tries to play in Amad Diallo. Yes, good control there from Amad Diallo, as Manchester United is coming into the box. Here might just be a chance for Manchester United. They come very close, but they're not getting it. And we're straight into the 5th minute of additional time right now. And 2 more minutes to play. 2 more minutes for Tottenham Hotspur to hang on in this one. Can they hang on, or will Manchester United be sending this game straight into extra time with a late goal? Yes, still Manchester United in possession. And Dalot sends it into the path of his teammates and cross into the box. Tottenham Hotspur will clear his halfway. All the Tottenham Hotspur players looks to be defending for Tottenham Hotspur right now. Bruno Fernandes sends it straight to Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho tries to play it into his teammates. Yes, still Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United. What will they make out of this? Returns it, and Garnacho on the ball there. And Garnacho cuts inward with the ball for Manchester United. Still Manchester United, a shot there. And that's kept on rising. Lenny Euro with the shots, but that is not going to threaten the Tottenham Hotspur's goalkeeper. And we're straight into the 5th minute and getting straight into the 6th minute of additional time. Barely 2 minutes to play for Tottenham Hotspur.
Do you know something, Shegun? I
think that took a deflection here. Okay, that is nice. That is nice.
I just think watching football like this actually put a lot of pressure on people's hearts. If you're a Tottenham fan at this hour, your heart is possibly in your mouth, about to escape.
You got someone like me who doesn't want it to go into extra time.
Your mouth is in your mouth. I mean, your heart is in your mouth, hoping or wishing or just about to get out. If you're a United fan, your heart is possibly thumping up and down, hoping for that sleep to just get that goal. Neutral fans, are there really neutral fans? I think we're always supporting somebody or the other.
Still that looks neutral right now. If it has been Manchester United, leading, probably will have favor. Okay, let's just end the way it's going. But right now, I don't really want to see any goal from anybody again. All right, straight into the 6 minutes of additional
and
time.
And a cross
into
from
the box.
United on the chance.
With that beat. And the referee says that is not a foul. We're into the last
This is the
minutes.
final of Europa. You are not going to get an easy one.
Manchester United have to dig deep right now and look to get that equalizer. Still Manchester United in possession. Lenny Yoro coming forward to attack for Manchester United and sends it onto the wing where he finds Amad Diallo. Diallo with the ball for Manchester United. Dalot right there and holds onto the ball. Tottenham Hotspur having almost everybody in the box there. And Manchester United have to do something magical to get the equalizer right now in this encounter. Dalot with the ball there, sends it across with that beat. And what a save there!
What a save
from the goalkeeper to deny Manchester United that equalizer. We're still Manchester United who are coming forward against Tottenham Hotspur, who has almost all the players out the back defending. And yes, still Manchester United in possession. What will they make out of this? It looks set across. Dalot with the ball there, sends another fight across into the box. And still Manchester United camped around the box of Tottenham Hotspur. Another cross into the box. What will Tottenham Hotspur makes out of that? And they still have a lot of defending to do. And here should be a corner kick to Manchester United. And here is a chance for Manchester United to get that victory over Tottenham, or to get that equalizer against Tottenham Hotspur. Here might just be the last.
Wow.
These are the kind of saves, that wins you a competition like this.
That was who?
That was Luke Shaw with the header and Vicario with the save for Tottenham Hotspur. Here's the last moment of the counter. 7 minutes additional time has been played. And we are into what's it called? Sudden death. That's what I call it.
This should be the final kick. This should be the final touch.
This should be the final kick of this encounter. Tottenham Hotspur hanging out with all their life. Manchester United,
if you are a Tottenham Hotspur supporter,
in the box there.
You're praying for a miracle.
Bruno Fernandes with the corner kick and takes it straight into the box there. And Tottenham Hotspur defending. What a shot there from Manchester United. But that is not going to the back of the net. And with that be it, we're straight into the 8th minute. And the Tottenham Hotspur players are on their feet there, ready to go straight onto the pitch to celebrate.
That was a beautiful one by Garnacho. Why would you keep Garnacho on the bench? Look at the scissors kick. Oh, that was even Casemiro. Imagine that. Wow, look at the suspense on the Tottenham players. And the game has come. Has it come to an end? Is Tottenham breaking this jinx? 17 years of nothing. 17 years since the last time.
It's not a full time. You can see the Manchester United fans.
And the game
looks like
is
over. What a game! And that is it.
Tottenham Hotspur has saved us from a lot of noise.
And that is it.
Oh my God!
What a game of football we have right now.
I told you they can defend that well
to the end of it. What a game! What a game! And that's it under the light of Estiado Sam Memes. And Tottenham Hotspur are Europa League champion once again for the first time since 1972, edging Manchester United 1-0 in a tense hard-fought final. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't fluid, but the finals are really are. In the end, it took just one moment, a heartbreaking goal from Brian Johnson for Tottenham Hotspur in the 42nd minute to separate the two sides. And why Spurs won't care how it came. United will be left wondering how they let this one slip away. For Tottenham Hotspur, it's more than just silverware, it's redemption. A chaotic and domestic season, nearly flirting with relegation, ends with European glory. And for a club so often labelled nearly meant tonight, they finally finished the job. For Manchester United, the questions will mount. A dismissal legal campaign capped by a final full of frustration and missed chances. The chaos that brought them has ultimately undid them in this final. But tonight belongs to Tottenham Hotspur, from history makers in 1972 to history reclaimers in 2025. Tottenham Hotspur are champions of the UEFA Europa League and qualify straight to the UEFA Champions League for 2025-2026 season. What a night of football in Bilbao. The Doc.
Big congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur fans, boardroom, dressing room, Postecoglou, and everyone related to Tottenham. A very huge congratulations to them. 53 years of waiting to put their hands on anything European, and yes, they got it. And you know that's a big weight to actually encounter. Now, of course, they stand no chance of winning the Premiership for so long, but they can lay hands on this today, and they can tell their children, we came, we saw, and we conquer. Congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur, and sorry for United. Manchester United can try again next season. Oh, you can see the name of Tottenham being inscribed on the trophy. They're going to bear the name Europa Cup winners for the next one season.
I like the famous Tottenham's chance goes, oh, when the Spurs go marching in. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in, I wanna be in that number. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. Congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur, the 2024-2025 UEFA Europa League champions. My heart for them, and that is about how much we can take on our coverage for Europa League this season. Until we come your way again, it's bye for now.
Goodbye.